Well, last session we we started with getting onto the beach after our escape, but after a few hitches, everything kind of headed towards escaping in the middle of the night with your quarry. He came pretty resistantly at first, but then I think Gunther scared the shit out of him, and he was a little bit more willing then. After coming back to Saltmarsh, you found things in Saltmarsh much as you left them. The crew was finally informed of Burke's departure, and I'm sure many tears were shed by the crew and others. I think there was some interest by some members of the party about a possible next job, next quest regarding the stolen items, the stolen weapons. So I think I'm fairly certain we left that off as you were asking around in the taverns for someone to talk to with regards to that. And I think that is about where we left off.
I would like to clarify that I was not asking anything in taverns. I am simply drinking my body weight in ale.
That. Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
You're welcome. I just didn't want you to forget.
I could never.
You could never. I'm gonna try to drink my own character under the table tonight. We'll see how that goes.
All right. I will sit here with my water in anticipation.
I would cheers you, but it's unlucky to cheer water.
Okay. I've never heard that before.
Really?
Spoken like a bartender.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Have you not heard that?
Oh,
What's wrong with you?
I told you I don't have a party bone in my body.
Have not regretted any
There's
minute
no
of it.
party bone. I'm very boring, creep.
You don't have a party bone?
Sorry. No party bone.
Not getting boned at parties? I'm sorry.
God damn it. No, I'm not. I have never gotten boned before. I'm sorry.
You've never gotten boned before?
That's
I'm
what
very
you said.
sorry.
You said you
You
get
heard
boned
it here
at parties.
first, folks. Our DM is a true virgin.
God damn it.
It's fine. You wouldn't be the first virgin
Okay.
DM, I'm sure.
Way to fit those D&D stereotypes, Hobby.
Yeah, God. You're making us all look bad, dude. Go to a party and get boned already.
Oh my god. Okay. I'll try.
If you're gonna try,
right.
I'm glad.
All right. So, the I would say after you put your feelers out, I think a couple days might pass before you receive any word. Any interest in saying what your characters are up to during this wait period, or is it just a general kind of R&R resupply kind of deal?
You can go ahead and cue like the 80s montage music of Broomhilda like palling around town with her new best friend Gunther. When I say new best friend, what I mean to say is her new boyfriend.
Okay.
So whatever the fuck Gunther's doing, Broomhilda is just kind of waddling behind him and doing the same.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Gunther, this is his first time back in Saltmarsh after a while. This is very overwhelming to Gunther. Unless he's dragged off the ship, I think he's probably just going to stay on the ship and keep drinking.
Wow, it's like you read her mind.
How about Craftler Corin?
I didn't have anything in particular other than bringing the news of Burke back to the crew on the ship,
Mhm.
and then probably just staying on the ship, I suppose, waiting to hear of any news about these thefts.
I think in terms of mundane chores, Krafla needs to restock some of his reagents, especially the some of the gems necessary for his more expensive spells like Revivify and things like that. Other than that, I think he probably wants to have a little bit of a maybe a look-see or an investigation in terms of can he perhaps invest some of the wealth that he has earned in our past several adventures into some combination of perhaps turning his moonshining operation at a bigger scale or more legit, or possibly even seeing if there are any opportunities to develop the shadier side of business with Albert and some of his contacts on that side of things. So I think that's probably where his mind is at the moment.
Sure. I think there are definitely money can buy anything, pretty much anywhere. There aren't any warehouses that are listed for sale, or I guess places that already have some distillery equipment already installed. Nothing like that is for sale, but there would be some warehouses that would be for sale that would just require more conversion. sourcing of larger parts for making it less of a backyard operation and more of a real business venture for larger profits. So yeah, that would be available. If that is something that interests Craftla.
Definitely.
All right.
If
I
may.
think.
No, go ahead.
No. Go ahead, Corin.
I was curious if there was a blacksmith in town, which I know that there is, because I'd like to get a very particular weapon made.
Sure.
My boy George Cinder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to I'd like to get a Gasarigama made.
A what?
Bless you.
Kasarigama. It's an old Japanese weapon where it has like a sickle on one end. with a ball and chain.
That's the comma with chain, right?
Yeah.
All right.
pretty
Sounds good.
much.
Yeah, I was going to ask about possibly purchasing some plate armor for Broomhilda.
Sure. That is definitely an option.
If we're doing a trip to the blacksmith as well, I think Gunther would tag along.
Would you hold Broomhilda's hand on our way there?
Sure.
Perfect. Then you can come.
Oh my god. Yeah, this isn't transactional at all. This is health. It's a healthy relationship.
It's very healthy, okay?
Yep.
I think Gunther would have a question, but not know how to ask it because he doesn't have money. But essentially, he's got this gigantic greatsword that was Burke's. And, I mean, he's a rogue, Gunther. So I think he would have the question of if it would be possible to reforge that greatsword into 2 short swords.
Okay.
With a special engraving on the blade of each sword.
Engrave it all you like. You're still not going to be able to use your int for your attack roll.
Iliad, you're a little on the quiet side. Just heads up.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so first, Orin, that would cost probably about 400 or 500 gold.
All right. I'll
Do you happen to have a
stat block for it?
yes or
Nope.
or just what it rolls? I'd have to
For
Well,
now,
yeah,
I
we'll
mostly only
circle
plan
back,
on using it to try and disarm people with the ball and chain.
Sure.
So I'll just use like a ranged weapon.
Okay.
So you said I'll just give him like 500 gold, whatever.
Sure. And he does offer these weapons enchanted. So it would be a +1.
Awesome.
Okay, and then Broomhilda, plate armor costs a lot.
Yes.
He'd sell it for 1,400.
Okay. And that adds that's a +2 to my AC if I'm correct.
Let's see. Let me see what your AC is at right now.
16.
Yes, it is 18.
Okay. And I have a question. Because Burke gave me like a light. Was it scale mail, Iliad?
That
Yes.
sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe that's right.
Because didn't he have it like he had it like fashioned with the my god's symbol on it? Like he had it specially made for me or something.
Yes, I remember that with the cape for certain.
Yeah. So, can I wear that, like, the top of it over my plate armor? Because she wouldn't want to get rid of that.
Sure. Yeah, he would definitely be able to overlay some parts with the plate mail.
Okay,
Not the
perfect.
plate mail, with the plates. Yeah, he could definitely do that.
That's all I needed. Thank you.
And as far as the making that into reforging a well, I think it would be difficult to reforge it into two weapons, but he could definitely reforge it into one.
And if it helps, Gunther would also give up his 2 short swords that he currently has, if that helps with the process.
I'm sure it would. Yeah, we can do that. And Cinder was the person that worked on this blade, so he's not going to charge much for it. Probably like 300 gold or so.
Would he be willing to
Take ball bearings? No.
open a billable account for start a tab, if you will?
If you suggest
that working?
he's gonna kind of look at you weird.
What was the
Brunhilde's gonna
shortfall?
look at Gunther and say, how much do you need?
I mean, just 300.
I got
Is that
you.
right, Mr. Sender?
Yeah.
Yeah, she hands the gold over without thought.
Oh my gosh! Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I think he'll probably be able to.
Why isn't it dropping my armor in?
He'll probably be able to have all of these items in like a week, maybe a week and a half. He does need to. Yeah, I would say probably about 10 days for everyone's items. They're not all going to be finished on the same day, but they should all be finished in about 10.
I have a question for you, Roll20 savvy people. I'm trying to pull the plate armor over into my character sheet so it'll just do the shit for me, and I don't know if I'm doing it wrong.
I know something that always throws me off is whether or not it's like the actual item itself or like the proficiency. And then also when I pull it over, like sometimes I have to choose like the perfectly correct spot or else it won't actually pull over.
Interesting. Should I be dropping it into my equipment then? I mean, that's what I would assume.
I would think so.
Yeah. Because I know it affects my my like stealth rolls too if I'm wearing plate armor.
Yeah, it gives you disadvantage. Do you have your character sheet popped out?
No, I don't. I set it in because I know if it's popped out, it won't do it at all. Hey, Rad, thank you so much. Can I get a shout out for Rad? Welcome, guys.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think of is just reloading the page and seeing if that fixes it.
Let me try and see if I can do it. No, it didn't work.
Ah!
Weird. Well,
Something happened.
You can just you can just change your AC.
Yeah.
But it's just, yeah. I don't know why it's not accepting the drop from compendium.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm gonna start the page. Sometimes it's fucky.
I was just testing on mine and it seemed to pull over okay, so maybe, yeah, just refreshing.
Yeah. It's so finicky.
Yeah.
It really is sometimes.
How does one pull items into their character thing?
The fourth tab over is the
third for us.
Oh, shit. Yeah. The third tab over is the compendium. And you can just search things, and usually you can just drag and drop into your character sheet.
Neat. I did not know that.
As a DM, it's especially fun to pull over a monster and just drop it on the map.
Blop.
Really doesn't like me.
All right. And yes, Gunther, that is that sounds good.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, just want to do that.
Okay, so
Thanks, Guild Superior. I appreciate that.
You do receive word from an old ally, Eleander. It turns out that Eleander himself had a weapon taken from him.
Do it the old-fashioned way.
And he is he heard that you were asking about it in some of the right places, and has invited you over for wine and a meal yet again. Should you accept?
I mean, I don't know why we wouldn't.
I don't know who this man is.
He's an old friend of ours. He was a friend of Burke's.
Aside from selling people into slavery, we don't have any reason to be suspicious of this invitation, do we?
No.
I'm sorry, he did what now?
We did what just now, remember? Last session?
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, that was real?
It wasn't fake.
Gunther just starts thinking.
So yeah, I would happily accept.
All right. Inside Eleander's residence, he's seated behind his large table, and as soon as you are you're ushered in, he stands up and comes to shake all of your hands. It's been a while. I believe that the last time I saw you was when we were doing our preemptive strike against the Sea Devils. I believe that was the last time.
Yeah, sounds about right to me.
Excellent work there. I don't believe we got to really chat too much after that, but I'm sure you've been up to many things as of late, and well, I have to say I'm a little bit interested in what Saltmarsh's the helpful heroes have been up to these past couple weeks.
Y'all are heroes?
Yeah, yes they are. I'm Eleander, by the way. And you are?
Gunther.
Very nice to meet you, Gunther. You seem to be taking the position of tall crimson half orc. Where is Burke?
Brumhilda just openly begins to sob into her wine glass at the mention of his name.
Oh dear. I didn't mean to bring up a sore subject. I'm very sorry for your loss, and it is a great loss for the city of Saltmarsh for sure. Oh,
We have to find him. We have to find Burke.
He did not perish?
Don't say that word. Don't say it. You weren't there. You don't know what happened.
I was just inquiring. let me well, there's really nothing I can do. You're quite right.
How's about you start with just maybe letting us see this note about the theft and just telling
Yes.
us what you know.
Yes. Well, um. So, this was maybe 3-4 weeks back now. Myself and a couple others around town had their homes broken into. Um, and as you can see, nothing really went awry uh, except for a singular item was stolen from each of these houses. It's kind of strange. I don't have many I don't have many magical artifacts. I have a ton of books, but no real magical artifacts except for a gift from from my wartime days. Someone gave me a enchanted dagger. Really amazing specimen. I really wish I could pull it out and show you guys, but it is not here anymore. That was the only thing taken from my safe, and everything else was left untouched. Only thing that was a little bit strange was there was kind of a wet spot next to the safe, kind of like you know, if someone with a someone that had just taken a bath was standing there for a while. But other than that, it was a completely clueless crime until a couple weeks after that. I got a letter in the mail. No address, nothing like that. Well, I have the letter right here.
Throughout this
Happy birthday.
description, like, what has Eleander's demeanor been like? Is he shook? Is he like broken up? Is he completely detached? How's he like expressing?
He doesn't seem to be particularly shaken up by this theft. He's more curious, I would say. He has kind of a like this is an interesting problem to solve. He doesn't have any fear in his voice of someone coming back or anything like that. The letter here. Here's what it says. The Whisperer commands it. His unholy will be done. Dark to dark, depth to depth. tools must be one. And you see it's signed here, and he as he finishes reading, he'll go ahead and give the letter to you. See, it's signed there, Debrez. Now most everyone in Saltmarsh would have no clue who Debrez was. However, I read, and
Fuck.
destroyed. Um, and I know who Debrez was, or is, maybe. It's we thought he was dead, but I guess magic is strange. As he finishes gesturing to the letter, he turns around and grabs a book off of his desk that has several pieces of paper stuck in the pages, marking certain areas in the book, and he flips to one of them. About 80 years ago or so, Debrez the Cruel was the leader of an uprising of sorts in Seaton. Not a famous character by any means, but maybe an infamous one. Now, he was a wizard, I believe, but he definitely dabbled in some darker parts of magic, or at least that's what this book here seems to try and state. Yes, you can, as he's leafing through some of the pages, you can see that the title of the book on the cover seems to say a brief history of Seaton. It, however, is not a small book.
So then, probably maybe one of his followers, or maybe he came back from the dead, or maybe he never died.
Well, this was in this book. It refers to him as already an old man, 80 years ago, and
Whatever happened to his uprising?
well, his uprising was apparently, I guess it started as a revolt against the powers that be, but definitely turned into kind of a cult, a bit of a cult, and I believe there's a few pieces of speculation on what dark deity they were worshiping, but it nothing conclusive here, unfortunately.
And I'm sorry, Eleander, you mentioned that your dagger was stolen, but a few other places were burglarized too. Do you happen to know who lost some things?
Yes. Uh, a couple of the other upstanding members of society, like myself, have had things taken. I believe they all got similar letters to this one. Um, all signed Debrez. I believe there was uh, a battle axe stolen, and I believe a spear.
No one's after the magical calipers, huh?
I suppose not. uh, it does mention tools must be one there at the end. I wonder if these are the tools that are being referred to there.
Now you are vampire.
And Javi, for my notes, could you read that second line one more time, or that last part one more time? Dark to dark, depths to depths.
Tools must be one.
Tools must be one. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if he was old 80 years ago, I mean, surely it's just an impersonator, right? There couldn't be anyone quite that old if he was just a human, right?
Yes.
Who's to say he was a human?
But he was. I'm fairly certain. He begins leafing through his pages some more. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely was a human. Oh, right. About the uprising. The uprising was, I suppose, successful. Seaton was forever changed, though it wasn't for the better. It is, Seaton has definitely seen better days, especially around the port. But you know, all cities rise and fall. So basically, I am interested in having my dagger returned to me, but I think I'm more interested in I guess hiring you guys to go investigate. If someone is again using the name of Debrez way up here in Saltmarsh, something big must be happening over in Seaton. So I guess I'd appreciate a look a look-see.
What reaction do you think that Debrez would be trying to get out of you? This is a hell of a narcissistic move.
Well,
Have you ever met a bad guy that wasn't narcissistic?
well, that is a fair question. He definitely Debrez or whoever has written these messages obviously wants to inspire some sort of fear and apprehension. Maybe narcissism, sure, but most of these people ask, like, how can there be these evil, terrible people with hundreds of followers, and they rule with fear. They rule with fear. Someone was intimidated into doing this task, and the people that asked them to do that were intimidated into telling them to do this task. And I think it's entirely possible that one person's evil can infect a whole city, as is the unfortunate case of many residents of Seaton.
That's true. I've experienced that firsthand myself.
You have in Seaton?
Oh no, not see. I come from the Doom Vault.
Can't say I've heard of it. I'm where is that?
You know, that's a great question. Don't know that I've ever actually thought about that too much. I mean, Corin, Craftler, y'all know, right?
It's not here.
Well put. Well put and very true.
It's definitely on a different plane, I think. Maybe.
Different plane.
It's a pretty crappy place. I wouldn't recommend it.
That's true.
If someone basically, if someone said, "Hey, take a trip to the Doom Vault," I'd say no.
That's what I would say too, but apparently that's not what everyone would say.
Well, that is true.
Where is Seaton compared to relative to here, being Saltmarsh?
There's he. Oh no, no! Get back there! I accidentally moved.
My God, Hobby, what have you done?
I moved the thing. There we go. There's Eaton.
Oh, hey, we could stop at this random dark dot, and then stop at the dwarven mine on the way east.
Sure.
Yeah.
You mentioned that a battle axe and a spear were stolen. From whom?
Let me see. One second. Come on. There we go. The Saltmore mansion was broken into, and
Sorry, the what now mention?
Saltmore, Solmor, and the Oland mansion is also was also broken into. Oweland. Lant. Fuck. All right. So, well, this wouldn't be a normal contract, I suppose. Think of it. Would it be too terrible to think of it as a favor?
I would certainly be okay with that.
Certainly from you, but I'd be interested in the value of these other items that were stolen for these other families or people.
Well, the value of magical items is, well, I'm sure these items would be near priceless.
Were they exceptionally sharp? Did they summon evil spirits when you swung them? Did they sing?
I can't speak for the Oland or the Saltmores. However, I know that my my dagger was made entirely of crystal, and if you recited the proper incantation, it would cast the ice knife spell.
Ice knife?
Uh-huh.
Well, that sounds valuable.
Oh,
sure.
It was. I've never used it in combat. It was nearing the end of my career, but.
And how'd you say you came into that again? Yeah, you said toward your combat, but I'm sorry, I must have missed the specifics.
Oh, well, I I think it was right around the time where I stopped an invasion of werewolves. I think that was a reward for the werewolf invasion.
Ugh, I'd kill for a werewolf invasion about now. So boring. Are we gonna
Don't
do
worry.
anything soon?
Well, absolutely. I would love if you did something. Absolutely would be chuffed with that.
Broomhilda looks around to everyone. Yo, are we ready? Can we leave now? I'm quite bored.
I honestly was going to ask him about the werewolf invasion because that sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm really curious about this werewolf invasion.
Well, in the Dreadwood, there is a pack of werebeasts, werewolves included. They began an offensive, and we stopped it. There's not much more that can be said about that, but we were efficient. We were efficient in the day.
I think you sell yourself short. I feel like I have a million questions. Like, did they fight with the cunning of men or beasts?
I would say with the cunning of a man. They did keep to the shadows and use kind of beastly tactics at times, but for this invasion, I don't say the word invasion lightly here. They attacked us head on. It was at night, of course. All of their offenses were at night, under the full moon.
I think Broomhilda might attack me head on if I continue this line of questioning, but you must
She's
have
glaring
me back
at you from
sometime.
across the table.
Yeah, we should get going.
Of course. Please just keep me updated, and I will await your word.
Thank you for your hospitality, Eleander.
It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Okay. Pending any other further questions, he escorts you out.
Cool. I guess I'd like to get our weapons and equipment and all that before we leave, but outside of that,
Sure.
Where did you intend to head first?
probably the Solmore Mansion, and if it's the same story as it was with Eleander, I might not even need to bother with Oland.
That sounds good to me. And I have to admit, I'm very curious if we will receive a similar or a very different welcome.
Hopefully similar, but who's to say?
Sure. The Solmore Mansion is a prominent feature, and I think you would probably probably know where it is, or be able to get easy direction to it. The you do know the name Salmore. You've maybe not met Anders Salmore, but you've definitely seen him at various council meetings that you've been in attendance. He's the younger man that's on the council. And that's basically all you know about him.
Yeah, his mom died a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Any idea of what his or his family's profession is here in Saltmarsh?
Fishing.
Mm-hmm.
I apparently took very good notes when we were in that council meeting.
Yep. That's they own a fleet of shipping not shipping fishing boats. Family did. Now he is the sole survivor. The heir to the Salmore fortune. So if you go there,
That's the plan, I think.
sure. Okay. He wouldn't be answering the door or anything. A tall, lean man that has short silver hair and intelligent eyes opens the door. May I help you?
Yeah, we're just here to speak with Anders about the theft that happened.
Well, I believe we told the guard everything, and of course we've offered a reward for any additional information. Is this regarding that? Do you have a lead?
Now you are vampire.
We're not with the guard.
Oh, look, a nerd
We were
creeps
asked
forth
to
among
help out
fellow
as a
creepers.
personal favor to Councilman Eleander.
I see. Yes, Anders would love to chat about that if this is if you're friends of Eleander, of course. Come in. He ushers you in. Immediately, you can tell that this place is far larger than Eleander's residence. Designed to be a true mansion. However, there are only while there are lots of rooms that seem richly adorned. The man in front of you is the only person that you've seen. He escorts you into a modest study and says that he will return with Master Anders. A few moments later, a girl, probably 14 or 15, comes in with some tea and offers it to the party.
Oh yes, please. Thank you.
Absolutely.
She gives everyone that wants some a cup and pours some tea. And quickly but efficiently bows her way out.
Broomhilda, like, sniffs the tea. She seems very suspicious of it.
See, would you like to do a nature check on the tea?
Yeah.
Sure.
This won't be bad at all. Oh, wow.
No, not bad.
Wow.
For having a -3, I'm impressed with myself.
It seems to be a pretty fine green tea.
There's no alcohol in it.
There is no alcohol
You
in
have
the tea.
alcohol that you could put in it.
There is no alcohol in this tea.
She is disappointed and puts the cup back down.
Before the teacup has touched the table, Gunther action surges, downs his tea and downs Broomhilda's as well.
Yep. It happens.
You're going to be up for quite
The
a
best
while,
use.
aren't you? Bit caffeine in that.
Does Broomhilda know the ins and outs of caffeine?
Well, you just told me that I know what kind of tea it is. Look at that nature roll. I know what's happening.
Okay.
Okay?
Fair.
Otherwise, no, probably not. She has no idea what the fuck she's talking about. She knows what beer smells like. That's about it.
A few more moments pass, and then Anders Salmore enters the room. he comes in. He's probably about. He's probably 18. He's about 18. Comes in. He's a little bit on the shorter side. Definitely not. He's not fat, but he's not skinny. Kind of like an average person, I would say. The main thing that's striking about him is his massive grin that he's wearing as he steps in the room. He has a great smile.
Is he wearing anything else?
He's wearing clothes. He's finally dressed.
Do you have anything besides tea? Perhaps like an ale? I don't really drink tea. This is how she greets him.
His smile doesn't waver a bit. Well, I think we can do that. Clarissa, could we get some ale for the lady?
Do you always smile like that? It's a bit creepy, yeah. She like looks at everybody else. It's a bit creepy. That smile.
Face palm in the face.
Can Gunther do any read on Mr. Anders here to see if there were any like even just micro expressions of annoyance when Creep asked that question?
All right, go ahead. Roll your insight.
I will.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Yes. Well, it's with a roll like that, you are able to see that when she his face like more his mouth does not change, but his eyes are pained.
You could see into that dude's fucking soul.
His eyes are show a little bit of frustration. Especially since he was just asking to fulfill her unreasonable request.
Her request was not unreasonable. Have you seen this place?
Nope.
This guy has servants, okay? I don't think it was that unreasonable. It's not like he had to go get the fucking alcohol.
What color are his eyes, Hobby?
Green.
I think without thinking about it, on that insight roll, Gunther blinks, having used the hat of disguise, and his eyes are now green too. About the same shade.
He wasn't looking at you while this happened. He was definitely looking at Broomhilda. So I don't think he's gonna notice, but it is funny.
I don't think Gunther even notices.
You're just so in tune. All right. Scarin was telling me that you were here about my my family's battle axe that was taken.
Yes, that's correct.
Could you tell us what happened?
Well, I was here as as I usually am. And I swear I didn't hear a thing. I didn't hear a thing. all through that night, and then upon waking up the next morning, I went into the next room over, and our safe was wide open. The weapons case, and I mean it's built very tough. It holds it holds holds an axe that can be inundated in fire in a small with a small incantation. So it has to be pretty tough. What if it actually accidentally goes off in there?
How long's that axe been in your family?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's been here the entire time I've been alive.
Was the safe damaged or opened as if someone had a key?
It wasn't. I don't think it was. I don't think it was damaged. Yeah, it wasn't damaged. Though I am the only person, well, besides Scarin, my butler. We're the only two that have keys to it. I'm guessing here, of course, but I'm guessing it was either a magical kind of theft, or maybe an old lockpick and steal kind of situation. I guess I'm more interested in how they got in. We're still not exactly sure.
Do you have especially favorable security precautions that you take?
Probably similar to other business owners in the area. Saltmarsh is pretty safe. The only real thing of value here is, I guess some of the fine china is made of silver, and but I would say the higher levels of security are probably at our warehouse. I believe our lockboxes there is where most of the company's assets are kept.
And is this safe near any exterior entrances or exits, windows, doors?
Oh yes, it's that room does indeed have a window in it.
At the risk of putting you a little bit at unease, would you mind if we took a look, or would you mind if I took a look?
Yep. Be my guest. Be my guest. And he'll lead you upstairs, up to the third floor. Third floor, down the hall a little bit. He opens the door and points you through.
Thank you.
While we're walking, I'd like to ask. I know that we had heard you received a note following the theft. And I presume that you've read it. I'm told that they were all the same. Something about a long dead magician and tools and some other rot. What
Yes.
did you make? Not of the words so much, but the intent. What would someone have to gain by sending this message to you? Would they be trying to intimidate you, to infuriate you, to arouse your curiosity? This is a very... I'm confused by this note.
I think it was meant to unnerve. Is what I got out of it. I do admit it works. It worked a little bit. So, and I think maybe a little bit of curiosity, definitely. But maybe that's just me. But yes, definitely was a little bit unnerving to receive that letter.
And forgive me, has there been anyone in this room aside from yourself since the robbery?
I'm sure some people have come in to dust and to clean, and I come in here to fill out some paperwork from time to time, and he motions to a writing desk that has a couple stacks of paper and a closed up inkwell.
And I'm sorry, one last question before I start looking here. Any idea why someone would want this battle axe? I mean, it sounds like it's been in your family forever, locked up in this safe. Any clue?
I really don't know. I think well, there's only one thing I know weapons are good for. So, suppose it has to do with that.
Just to rule it out, can Gunther do a quick insight check to make sure there's nothing that like piques his curiosity or sets him on edge about what Anders has been saying here?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. And I believe with my class feature, I can treat that as an 8 on the die instead, so 19.
Sure. He hasn't been he hasn't been lying at all. I don't think you're really able to glean anything more than that. Yeah, he's been telling all of the truth that he knows. It's a kind of a similar situation to Eleander. He's just a little bit maybe a little bit confused as to why it happened, and you can tell he didn't really have any personal connection to the weapon. But maybe a little bit spooked about receiving the letter in the mail about it.
Sure, absolutely. Always good to rule these things out. Gunther will take his time moving through the room, investigating, looking for any marks, any signs of damage on the safe, particularly around the lock or the whatever that mechanism looks like. And also, he'll probably turn his attention to the window. And specifically, he will open the window and kind of peer out to see if there's any kind of marks on the outside of the building leading in.
Sure.
Since it sounds like there have been people inside cleaning since this has happened.
Sure. Go ahead and roll investigation. So the area seems to be well kept, as Anders stated before. It's a room that he's in occasionally, so his servant staff pays special attention to places that he frequents. So there's not much dust, if any, in the room. The paying special attention to the safe itself. There seems to be nowhere on the safe except for normal wear and tear of inserting the key into the lock. Just small dings and scratches around the keyhole. But you'd understand that those are all normal scratches, and if it was to be picked, those would probably be indistinguishable from normal wear and tear.
On a scale from waving it in the courtyard every Saturday morning to I never told a soul, how many people knew that you had, I mean, not magical items in general, but this particular magical item?
All right. I think it's been taken out. Well, but during my lifetime, I think it's been taken out probably 4 or 5 times, and never outside of the grounds. At least 3 of those times were during parties. It is a incredible party trick to light your battle axe on fire.
So, just bear with me for a moment. If I came to town searching for a flaming battle axe, it wouldn't be beyond the scope of one's imagination to say, "Oh, I remember that fabulous party at the Solmar mansion. Anders did such a trick. You would love it."
Well, All right, that is entirely in the realm of possibility. Yeah, more than a few people saw it in action, and probably 4 or 5 times that know about it. Word of mouth, of course.
Of course, I wouldn't expect to run into necessarily those party guests in any, bunkhouse or tavern, but if you knew the right people.
Of course. It was not swung
there
around
you are.
town, but people did know about it. Back to the window. For Gunther's investigation, as you open the window, you don't really see anything too strange about the mechanism, how it opens, or anything like that.
Just kind of the standard wear and tear is what it seems like Gunther's seeing.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay.
Sticking your head out the window to see what kind of like handholds or footholds there might be, or maybe like stones kicked loose from the mortar of the house. You don't really see anything. There's you could definitely see how someone could scale the wall. Someone with enough skill.
And no marks of like pitons or anything like that, as Gunther thinks to his pitons.
No pitons. No pitons. I'm absolutely positive that a piton has never been driven into this mortar.
Perfect. Well, that rules that out. Yep. Okay. I think Gunther will relay to the rest of the party that he's not really seeing anything. No kind of clues standing out to him right now, at least.
Does this mean we have to talk to more people?
Well, it seems like the only thing that they're taking are magical weapons.
One that was... Well, we can talk about it elsewhere.
Yeah.
Well-
No, Brumhilda, I think we can move on.
I never did
Unless,
get me ale.
We can stop for ale on the way out of town.
So she like looks around the room and is like eyeing all the stuff around her. And you can tell she's growing in frustration because she's just been listening to everyone talk and she's kind of turning into this like petulant child at this point. And she says, I really hate to ruin any of these nice things in here, you know?
I might offer a compromise.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Craftla Corin, do you think there's value in speaking with the folks at the Owlin Mansion?
There might be, but I'm not sure that that we need, and he looks directly at Broomhilda, that we need the whole team to go. Perhaps a courtesy call?
Indeed. So I'd be happy to stick with Broomhilda. Broomhilda, if you'd like, we can spar a little bit while y'all go and check out the Owlin Mansion.
It sounds like a smart plan to me.
Sounds quite fun. I wouldn't want to hurt you, though.
My God. Oh no.
Gunther immediately thinks to the only thing that he's actually got in his pack being a single dagger right now. And 860 ball bearings.
We could do a bit of arm wrestling. You think there's somewhere we could drink round here? Maybe do a bit of arm wrestling, you and me? I do like a good wrestle.
I'll take you up on an arm wrestle.
Yeah. You know, your father beat me in an arm wrestle once.
Ready to lose to his son?
Are you ready to lose to me?
I think that's probably how the two of us exit on the way down the road.
Yeah, it sounds appropriate.
Anders is just kind of like staring with his wide smile. Just as you're having this conversation going down the stairs. I'll say, well, I guess he didn't find anything. Well, that if that's it, I mean, that's pretty much all I have to offer. Of course, that if you find anything, that reward is still up for grabs. And you'll have my thanks, of course. Well, for I really have to be going now. This company's not going to run itself. I'll walk you to the door. I'll walk you to the door.
You've been a very patient host. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Indeed.
No problem. No problem. Well, I'll have to invite you to some of these parties next time. No flaming battle axe tricks, but I'll find some way to entertain my guests.
Who knows? Maybe flaming battle axe tricks. Wish us good fortune.
Absolutely. And he bids you farewell. So for the Oland Mansion, I think they probably aren't going to be taking visitors. Let me check one thing. Yeah, Ida Oland is currently unavailable for comment. But you would be able to go to her residence, but I don't think you would be able to find anything of effect there. The servants wouldn't offer any information.
I think the thing that I would want to say, or make sure was relayed to her, was just that we had stopped by and that we had spoken with Eleander and with Master Solmore, and it would seem terribly impolite if we did not at least offer to stop by and speak to notes.
Ida.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and the butler definitely offers to relay your that you were there.
Well, I guess that means we're gonna have to go find Gunther and Brumhilda and make our way to find horses. Do we still have the horses from when was that, Burrow?
I think Krafla, you went back and got him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So yeah,
I mean, the horses are just at a stable in Saltmarsh.
Honestly, though, you saw how they left. Do you think they really want to be found this evening?
That's a good point.
Can we get to the arm wrestling?
Yes, we can. All right. Are you where do you think this arm wrestling will be taking place?
I mean, if there's a tavern near where we were, that's essentially where Brumhilda would try to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she would want to buy ale to arm wrestle with. Important.
Yes. This is the snapping line is the one that is close. It smells like fish.
That's okay. All Brumhilda can smell is her own beard.
That's nasty.
Don't worry about it.
All right. So the snapping line has a large large fish painted on it. The front of the building seems to be the front of a fishing boat's hull, and looks to be like a large snapper, just painted on the front.
She's gonna go inside and just straight out the gate order 4 ales, 2 for each of them.
All right. The bartender doles them out.
I think Gunther immediately downs the first one.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
All right. Where do you sit? Are you sitting at the bar? Are you sitting at a table away? Only
I
reason I
imagine.
ask is it's hard to arm wrestle on the bar.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I imagine they sit at like a table across from each other so they can arm wrestle.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Maybe near the center of the tavern.
Yes, we gotta give the people the show.
Of course.
And Brumhilda, she kind of like, she tosses back her first ale and like slams the mug down onto the tabletop with like a really loud belch. And she looks at Gunther across the table and says, Are you ready? Are you ready to get beaten by a girl?
Gunther cracks his knuckles, stretches his arms out to his full wingspan, cracks his neck, and says, I'm just a perfectly normal rogue. And sets his arm on the table, ready.
I'm not quite sure what that means, but I'm ready. And she like puts her arm on the table and like, it's like that moment from Predator. Yeah. Goddamn son of a bitch. She just like grabs his arms and like her face is like super intense. She's really, really excited to arm wrestle with him.
Is this a best of one situation or best of three?
Oh, we could do best of three. That's fine. If it makes you feel better.
It will when I get all three.
Aye, cheeky bastard.
All right.
You want to bet anything? You want to bet I'll win? I'll beat you.
I have no valuables.
How about if I win, I get a kiss?
And if I win?
What you want?
Another round of ale will do nicely.
You got yourself a deal.
Deal.
All right. Assuming both of you are trying your hardest, we can do just a straight athletics roll for both of you. Let's if you guys are ready to do it, we can do it. Okay, Broomhilda, you roll first this time.
There's nothing. Whoa.
Oh man.
Oh, coming in hot.
First round, Iliad. Roll for Gunther.
What is this fucking +7 to athletics?
Perfectly rogue.
I'm just a normal fucking rogue. She just like, there's a lot of grunting involved, and after like a very laborious measure, she finally like gets your arm down on the table. Told you. Now you're gonna have to explain to everyone how you got beat by a girl, and you have to kiss me. You're gonna have to kiss me.
There's 2 more left now.
I got this in the bag.
Right. This time, Gunther rolls first.
Gunther will hit that second wind and then go ahead and go for it.
Okay.
Oh god.
All right.
Oh my god.
All right, here
Let's
we go. Oh my god.
I'm not tired at all.
All right.
Oh,
These
so
are
close,
some really good rolls.
right?
Wow. All right. Yeah. Gunther wins this one. How do you win here?
I think probably you see like a look across his face that probably reminds you of Burke as he gets just like in the zone, like his arm is flexing. It's probably just a shadow, a flicker, a glimmer of a reminder of Burke. But yeah, it's very much similar to that first round where I think Gunther lets his arm go down just a little bit, and then at about a 45-degree angle, he locks in his wrist and slams Broomhilda's arm onto the other side of the table.
Oh, it was a fluke. It was a fluke
1-1.
of this side and round.
Absolutely. All right. Broomhilda's gonna roll first this time for the last. Let's see it.
Oh god damn it! What the fuck are these rolls?
What is
Oh my
going
God.
on with these rolls? All right,
So I
Gunther.
need a 13 to tie. 13 to tie.
What happens on a
Ew.
tie? What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Is this like sudden death elimination? Do we roll again? What happens?
You roll. Let's roll again.
I can take the first go this time.
Yeah, you take the first go this time. As your hands are just locked in combat. Oh my
Oh,
god! All right.
I believe in myself.
Broomhilda can.
What the
Oh!
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh no. All right, so as perfectly balanced at the third round. The third round perfectly balanced. I would say you're probably staring each other down for a good 2-3 minutes.
Oh god.
Just no one's budging.
Sweating.
Just sweat pouring down both of your brows.
Gazing deeply into each other's eyes.
And
Well, I'm gazing into his eyes very deeply. I don't know how Gunther's reacting to that, though.
Gunther's eyes are still green, and he's still gazing.
right, yeah. Yeah, Gunther does take the win. How do you see yourself doing this win here? As keep in mind, Broomhilda did roll a critical fail.
Yeah, I think Gunther's realizing his strength isn't doing it for him. He can feel himself starting to give. They're still locked in stalemate. Broomhilda's giving it her all, and I think Gunther's going to play to his advantage. And hey, Gunther's got good intelligence. He's got good wisdom, so he is going to try to play a little bit of a mind game and say, "Guess you don't want that kiss that bad, then."
Oh no!
And I think that that may just get in her mind just long enough for him to seal the deal, slam her arm on the table.
It's not fair! It's not fair!
Got beat by my dad, got beat by me. Maybe you're just not good at arm wrestling.
Oh, let's go for another round!
Oh, God.
Another round! Double or nothing! She's just like, her eyes are like wild right now. She's so upset. She maybe like got lost in his eyes while they were arm wrestling, and that like she feels like that's what really lost it for her.
I mean, we can do 5 out of 7. But I suspect this would probably be about the time that Krafla and Korn would find us.
Yeah,
I think
probably.
so. I think so. Yeah, as this is the closest tavern. Krafla and Corin definitely can find the two of you.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty obvious where Broomhilda would want to go. She is a potato of habits.
So as Krafla and Corin come in, you see a crazy-eyed. I imagine Broomhilda's like almost standing on her seat, like
Yeah, 100%.
in
100%.
indignation, demanding another chance, and so that's where you come in.
What happened here?
Beat her at arm wrestling.
I was distracted. He distracted me. He used his eye witchery on me. I demand another round.
You what?
Witchery.
Gunther looks directly at Broomhilda and says, "I witchery? I don't know anything about that," and drops the disguise self, returning his eyes
You
to
see
their normal.
it? You all seen it? Just a moment ago, they was just the most beautiful shade of green.
I don't know. Some people have eyes that change colors.
That is such a Corin response.
Maybe Gunther's more special than we thought.
He's the most specialist thing that we have. She jumps off of her chair and pouts her way to the bar and orders a round for the whole group since everyone's here. And she buys she's gonna buy Gunther an extra beer, so 2 beers come to him again.
Very kind, Broomhilda. Very, very kind. Krafla, I mean, do y'all want to give it a shot, arm wrestling her? Because I mean,
No.
it sounds like she's on a losing streak.
It really doesn't matter. She will break my arm.
She is just she looks so mad right now about his losing streak comment. Just fuming.
How's the Owland?
Uneventful, to say the least. They weren't taking any visitors, so we wandered around for a bit before coming back here to meet you guys.
Oh, hi, everybody.
Well, I mean, so we've got a crystal dagger that can cast ice knife, battle axe that can light a flame. What's our over under on the spear?
It's definitely a lightning spear.
Definitely
Yeah.
lightning.
Glad we're all of an accord here. Is this like a Captain Planet situation? What's the deal? Why those weapons though?
Oh, there you are.
Who knows? Maybe it's some elemental thing. I mean, fire, ice, lightning. Some ritual to bring someone back? No, that doesn't make sense.
I mean, if they were looking for powerful lightning artifacts, they should have taken that necklace you got on that rope.
Croftlet just grins his very widest grin and looks right at Broomhilda.
She is lost in her cup now.
So I was imagining maybe two ways that this could go. We could try to put our heads together and figure out what do ice and fire and maybe lightning have to do. We could ask around the provenance of these various weapons and try to understand their significance, and perhaps ask around Saltmarsh to see if anyone understood anything around the burglary. I think that if I were to do that, that Broomhilda might kill me dead. So I did have another thought. I have a hunch that we might find the answers we're looking for in Seaton. So we could do all the hard work and all the investigation and all the research and maybe the science, or we could just follow a hunch and see who in this shady-ass town is up to some shady-ass shit and trying to perhaps freak out the ruling elite of Saltmarsh.
What do you think, Corin?
I'm kind of just thinking go to Seaton, see what's going on there.
Brumilda?
Yeah,
Maybe
whatever.
we get in a fight.
Whatever.
Seaton sounds like a play.
I just want to fight something. I'm so tired of all the talking. It's so boring. I didn't know there were so many words to begin with.
Oh my gosh.
Setting that aside, so we just need to wait for kind of our work to be done on weapons and things, and then we're good to hit the road, yeah? When y'all mentioned you get your shortfall, your pay fall from the gentleman we brought back, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we need to wait for that before we go, or are y'all good leaving beforehand? I mean, truly, I'm along for the ride.
Wasn't Davis supposed to be heading here from Seaton?
That's right.
Yeah.
Are we thinking we meet up with him?
Arrive in a few days.
Maybe meet up, ask him some questions before we hit the road?
It's probably a coincidence, but it couldn't hurt to speak with him, see if he knows anything, and perhaps travel with him back to Seaton if that seems wise after speaking to him.
I think that's a good idea.
You did say, "Hey, we're not gonna talk anymore," and then
then decided to sit
then
here and
decided
wait.
to
Jesus.
stay and talk some more. Very funny, very funny.
You know,
What's more D&D than that?
Kafla, I've half a mind to kill you now. Where you sit. Just for the fun of it.
So I should leave then?
Or you should stop fucking boring me. Jesus. Do you want to arm wrestle? Would you like to arm wrestle with me?
I want to see Krafla arm wrestle Broomhilda.
You want to arm wrestle, Krafla?
I want to see Krafla give it his all.
My all?
Your all.
Oh my god.
No, his all is
No,
not
no,
fair.
no.
There's not enough room in the bar for my all. We would need to go outside.
No cheating.
Let's go
You can't
outside.
cheat. That's not fair. You can't cheat.
Maybe both of them could give it their all.
Gunther, you already cheated tonight. I can't deal with two cheaters.
I won fair and square.
That's not fair. I saw that glint in your beautiful green eyes and it threw me off. How am I supposed to compete with that? You're cheating is what you were doing, and I just let it slide because I'm a nice girl.
There is still blood in your beard, Broomhilda.
I'm saving it for later. Don't question me beard. If she looks at Gunther, she's like really serious. She's like, I'm gonna get my kiss one day. I promise you that. she turns her attention back to Croplet. She says, but you and me, man to man, let's go. Come on, arm wrestle me. No cheating. Don't you be turning into anything silly or stupid. Just arm wrestle me. Come on. I'm bored. Come on. Just somebody do something fun for once.
I won't have you ripping my arm out of my socket and calling it entertainment.
I
No, thank you.
wouldn't dare. I wouldn't
You
do
would
it.
giggle.
I wouldn't dare. Come on, for the sport of it. It'll be fun. You know fun, Krafla. You know that, right? You know fun. You're quite a stick in the mud. That's what we call you, a stick in the mud.
Krafla nods.
Hobby.
Yep.
Well, this conversation is going on. I think Gunther's taken a little bit of a... I think Gunther feels a little bad. Could he read the room? Admittedly, he's a few drinks in. Could he try to read the room and find maybe a person or a group of people that are just need a little bit of a tip over the edge to get some of this fun that Broomhilda's looking for?
Oh yeah.
To be kicked
Oh
off?
yeah. There are definitely plenty of sailors that would love to bet some money to go ahead and try their luck. All they would need would be an invitation.
I like that. What would it take to start a bar fight?
Well, it seems there are two bouncer types at the door. Formidable looking deckhands. I would say they would try to stop you. But I think that's all I am going to say about that.
I think Gunther will just kind of try to pick a group in the room. He'll take one of his extra beers. He'll do the classic old whoops, accidentally spill it on someone, and instead of de-escalating the situation, escalate it further, hoping they throw the first punch.
Okay. So picking out probably your greatest chance would probably be against the most inebriated of the bunch. And you pick your You pick your target and make your spill. Why don't you go ahead and roll performance for this?
Amazing.
You got it.
So your performance is very poor, and that makes this individual even madder because well, it looks very purposeful. Yeah. He watches you. Broomhilda has not been quiet, and so he's been watching what's been going on, and so he watches you come over, and very like almost like theatrically pour ale all over him. And he just simply stands up and cocks his arm back to try and throw a swing.
Gunther will take it.
All right. You take one bludgeoning damage.
That kills Gunther.
Oh no!
Yeah, Gunther will throw a punch back
All right.
and yell out, "Bar fight!"
Broomhilda is like instantly gonna jump on the table and like brandish her warhammer above her head and just screech, "Bar fight!"
If by bar fight you mean massacre. Looks like we might have to move the ship to a different town.
Oh, jeez. All right, Gunther. Well, okay. So how do you guys want to do this? Because you, Gunther and Broomhilda could very quickly dispatch every single person in this bar. This is not a fair fight.
Gunther for sure, like after it gets kicked off, is just going to play defense for Broomhilda. Like, let some people through, but really not trying to antagonize much more.
Okay. All right, Broomhilda. What is Broomhilda's strategy here?
Well, she's really upset that guy just punched Gunther. So the first thing she's gonna do is she's not gonna hit him with her warhammer because she's not really looking to kill him. She does have like morals still, even though she's a nut job. She is a good character. Even if it's chaotic good, she's still good. So she's probably gonna come up behind Gunther and kind of like move around him and be like, "Oi, you hit me boyfriend!" and like try to punch him back in the face. I don't know how big this person is though, so maybe his nuts would be a better objective for her.
All right. Yep. I think that's probably true. Let's go ahead and just roll an attack. I don't know if you have an unarmed attack.
I don't know.
Ready. Just, I guess, yeah, athletics. Athletics is just strength. Your strength modifier. So yeah, just do athletics here. All right, yeah, that definitely connects with the family jewels. Immediately doubles over. But his friends seeing him go down immediately try to go and throw punches at you and Gunther, but in their drunken state absolutely miss. It is a real tragedy. They miss, and then the strength of the inertia of their punch, of course, puts them into another table's drinks, and absolutely mass chaos ensues. I think they quickly, everyone quickly forgets what started the fight, and I think actually trained in combat, Broomhilda and Gunther are able to see errant punches coming towards them, and and can absolutely grab and redirect, and when necessary, I think put them to sleep.
I'd like to note that in between like punching people, Broomhilda is drinking other people's ale.
And I think in the height of the fighting, Gunther grabs Broomhilda's hand and like flips her around toward him and kisses her.
Ooh! She just turns like bright red.
And then off he's back into the fighting.
Yes, she takes like a moment to like stabilize herself. Like, did that just happen? And then grabs the nearest ale to her, chugs it, belches, and then starts swinging on people again.
What are Craftlaw and Corin up to?
Corin's doing everything he can not to get involved.
Is he at least enjoying the show?
I am definitely laughing and having a good time, but not. I don't want to fight.
Flo sees that his companions seem to be in not exactly mortal danger, and gets up and walks out the door. Outside, he sort of stands by the door, listening, and also sort of keeping an eye both for anyone flying or running out of the building, or anyone approaching the bar who looks like maybe they're not on their way in to buy ale.
Sure. I would say the bar isn't exactly at peak. This isn't peak hours. So there's not exactly endless hordes of people waiting to be dispatched by the fists of justice here. So I would say the fighting is it's only about 5-10 minutes of action here. Before too long, there is more than a few unconscious people around Broomhilda and Gunther, and the bouncer types not having any alcohol in them have definitely clocked you for a real threat, and are instead holding other people back from trying to aggress towards you.
I love this.
And
Gave
so
it away. Was it the Warhammer or like the armor?
The full plate armor.
yeah,
Right? At least she was hitting people with her fist and not her warhammer. She was kind enough to put the warhammer away.
I feel like you coming into this bar is like rolling up to an Applebee's in an M1 Abrams and being like, "Sup? I'll have a Cosmo."
Oh no.
oh no, yeah, don't. The armored vehicle in the Applebee's parking lot really
Beautiful.
All she'd have to do is just cast Spirit Guardians once.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Jesus.
oh no. Oh,
That would be so
not
horrible.
not the people of Saltmarsh. After all you've done for them.
Right?
Gunther hasn't done shit.
That's true. All right. And so after a few minutes, there's no more heads to knock together. It's just the few people that are being held back by the bouncers. And the owner comes out and just looks at everything, gives a big sigh, and just points towards the door.
Gunther raises his pouch of ball bearings and sets them with a heavy clank onto the bar before exiting.
860 ball bearings?
860.
Broomhilda's going to follow him to the bar and set 50 gold on the bar. And as she does this, she's just gonna look like the barkeep, like, or the owner, dead in the eyes and just say, "Wharf it," and leave.
You guys are absolute psychopaths. You know that, right?
Yeah, but just say that back there. It was amazing. She looks at Gunther and she says, "Gunther, you are amazing. That was fabulous. That's the most fun I've had my whole time in Saltmarsh."
You go to say that to Gunther, but Gunther is not there as you exit.
She like looks around. Do you guys see Gunther?
I swear to God, if there are two Crafflas right now and this is her worst nightmare, I'm gonna shit myself laughing.
If there's a fucking Burke right there, I'm gonna lose it. I don't know. Do we see him?
I think what Krafla would have seen, since he was out there, would have seen Gunther walk out, pull up the hood on his robe of stars, and vanish.
Yeah, I think he took off.
You think maybe he needs to, like, wind down a bit? It got really crazy in there.
How crazy?
You don't think I'm a bad kisser, do you? Oh no, it wasn't me, was it? And she, like, breathes into her hand, and then she, like, breathes really aggressively on Krafla's face and says, "Does my breath smell bad? Is it me? Do you think it was me?"
God.
Oh no.
Just as a note, Krafla, her breath smells fucking atrocious.
Oh no. Oh no.
I think Krafla just kind of flinches a little bit and blinks. And just seems a little bit at a loss for words. I think he took off.
Oh no, I've gone and ruined it. I've gone and ruined it. I've ruined everything.
Oh no. Oh no.
I was having so much fun.
Now you are vampire.
Probably he just had something to take care of.
We have a couple of days before we plan to leave Saltmarsh. I'm sure you can track him down.
Oh my god, I don't think Brimhilda could track her way out of a paper bag.
What does that even mean?
Where do you think he's gone?
Well, I saw him disappear into thin air, so I don't see him here anymore.
Yeah, but where do you think he's gone?
I don't know. If you were going to disappear into thin air, where would you go?
Well, I'm leaving the only place to go. Where else would I go?
Krafla just raises an eyebrow at her.
I'm imagining a wizard with, like, dark, terrible power just dimension dooring from, or teleporting from bar to bar.
That would be amazing. If Brimhilda had those powers, that's probably what she would do.
I'm imagining an even more powerful wizard just bringing bar after bar to her.
Hell yeah.
I guess I need to get myself a harem of wizards now.
Couldn't hurt.
This is Brimhilda's future.
Couldn't hurt.
Where are you headed, Broomhilda? Do you want to walk together? Back to the ship?
Brimhilda just kind of like shrugs and puts her head down. Says, I guess so. I don't really know where else I go, and I can't go back in there. They're not very happy with me.
Of course not. You tore the place up.
I gave him some gold. I didn't mean to. I just got wrapped up in it, you know?
She gave them a lot of gold.
She did. She dropped 50 gold on that counter.
If I didn't know better, I would think that you were trying to make a name for yourself in this town.
What's that mean?
You're turning heads. You want to make sure that everybody knows who the fierce dwarven warrior is.
Yeah, I guess so.
Come on, let's get you home. For all we know, Gunther's already back on the ship waiting for us.
Yeah, we got all that alcohol on the ship to drink, so alright. Go. Oh, I hate the sea. Have I ever told you, Crawford, that I hate the sea?
Tell me about it on the walk home. Why do you hate the sea so much?
Why don't you hate the sea? She's like surprised by this because they're both dwarfs. She doesn't understand how a dwarf could like the sea.
The sea's amazing. So many things come out of the sea. The fish for like your fish fry Fridays. Oh, they're just succulent and delicious. Not to mention the gorgeous pearls. And the sea's very useful. You need to move cargo without someone knowing. Oh, you're trying to do something like that with a wagon, or a sled doing that overland? Hell no. But in a skiff, you can do that sort of thing much more covertly. No rattling wheels, no loud, stinky beasts carting things around. I've even if I don't, go swimming in it every day or lying around on the beach trying to work on my tan, there's a lot to like about the sea.
You know, Crawford, you're like one of the weirdest dwarfs I've ever met. I don't think I've ever met a dwarf that likes the sea like you do. I'd much rather be back in me mountains. I'm only doing this for me god, to prove that I'm brave, I can handle it. I don't like it.
Oh, hi, everybody.
So where would you be right now if you could be anywhere? And don't say back in the bar drinking some more.
I don't right know. I think I'd like to be exactly where I am. Maybe if just Gunther was here with us. I feel like I've done something wrong, Welcome, everybody.
You think maybe he's playing hard to get? He does that, He messes with your head. Remember when I walked in? He'd done that thing with the eyes, hadn't he?
Yeah.
He's shifty.
But what's odd to get? What's that mean? That's not something you fellas do when you like a lady.
Who's you fellas? I'm talking about Gunther.
Yeah, I don't really know much about boys.
Put that right here.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much, guys. Welcome in, everybody.
I'm not making a statement about boys. I'm just saying that Gunther's a very clever one. And I think he likes to play with people, kind of like a cat and a mouse.
What are you getting on at, Crawford? Are you going to try to turn me into a cat? Don't turn me into a cat. I don't want to be a cat.
Not a cat then? But surely you've seen cats stalk and play with mice or crickets or things like that, right?
I don't quite like cats. No. I'd much rather be something really big and scary,
Like a big cat. Like a tiger.
He thinks about it for a second. Yeah, I could be a tiger. Be fun. You're getting me off subject. You're trying to confuse me little brain. I can't keep up with all this. Gunther, where's he gone?
I just like animals, okay?
You're weird, Crawford. You're weird. You're not like any dwarf I ever met before. I don't know how to think about it.
I'm sure you
Not-
can tell just to look at me that I'm not one of the Battle Sisters, so if you were expecting me to act like one of them... yeah.
Oh, gods be praised you're not me sister, Craftler. I'd be real concerned if you were.
I'm cut out for it. There's a reason I turned down your arm wrestling invitation. I don't have the physique for your order.
It's because you're scared, Craftler. You're scared to arm wrestle me, because I beat you. It's
not
fine.
because I'm scared. It's because I'm soft. There's a difference.
Soft? Like squishy?
Oh, Craftler kind of pats his belly. I think we say stout as dwarves, right? We're very stout or sturdy. But I won't be lifting tree trunks anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't know about you being so sturdy, you know. I don't think you're much for the sturdy type.
What? No?
Nah, Craftler, I don't see you being much of the sturdy type. It's okay. We aren't all made the same, you know. Some of us are a bit tougher than others.
Are you trying to hurt my feelings, Broomhilda?
I wouldn't dream of it, Craftler. Never. We're all pals.
Has Corin been following us this whole time?
I have been.
What do you think, Corin? Is this Broomhilda trying to hurt my feelings, saying that I don't have the constitution to match a mighty warrior such as her?
Yeah.
See, he thinks you're trying to hurt my feelings.
It's not true, Corin. It's not true. I'm just saying facts, you know.
Facts can hurt feelings sometimes.
Yeah,
you're saying it's a fact that I'm a pudgy little weakling.
Well, you know, you had your chance to prove me wrong, but you wouldn't because you were scared, and that's fine. It's fine to be scared, you know. Sometimes we're just a little bit scared. Would you like to prove it, Craftler? Would you like to prove it? You want to have an arm wrestle now? Here, on the road. We could do it. We could arm wrestle on the road.
What, rolling around in the dirt like beasts?
There's no rolling around. I wouldn't let you on me to begin with. I'm just saying an arm wrestle. Look. And she stops and points.
With what table?
She points at a big rock off the side of the road that they're walking down. Look, there's a big boulder over there. We could just stand on either side and give it a go.
Oh, I was gonna say, I could hop in my shell and you could just use that.
Even better! Yeah, we got a turtle. It'd be perfect.
Incredible.
Corn don't mind. See?
I'm offering.
What's it
Captain
like,
Circus
Corn,
Group.
being a turtle and also being a table? I never thought of that before. That you could just become a table at will.
Never been a table before. This will be the first time.
But you have to tell me what it's like. Are you ready,
I'll
Craftler?
let
Are you
you
ready?
know.
You want to do this? Look, Corn's in. Corn's in on it. We could just arm wrestle on his back.
I'm gonna get in my shell.
Yes.
Graffler just kind of stops and looks at Corin. He walks around and he sort of bends over, trying to see Corin's head retreating into his shell, just kind of thinking is this guy for real? Apparently he's actually doing this. And he says, okay, all right, and kneels down on one side of Corin and puts his elbow up on the top of the shell.
How big is Corin? Do we have to kneel? I mean, we're little guys. We're little dwarf guys. Do we have to kneel?
I mean, he's not big.
He's not?
He is probably 5'6", and the shell's probably maybe, I mean, maybe like a foot and a half.
No. I would say he probably goes up about 2.5 feet. His shell probably on his stomach.
You think so?
Shell
from,
goes
the belly up
goes
to the
up
back?
about 2.5 feet. Yeah.
Well, there you go, 2.5 feet.
Yeah, I'm probably
I-
standing next. I'm only 4'2".
You're kind of hunched over, but
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, I don't think you would want to kneel down. I think that would be like way up to your chest.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah, it would be very
sure, so-
awkward.
Whatever makes sense.
Broomhilda goes around to the other side of Corin and readies herself, and she like narrows her eyes at Craftler, and she said, "No cheating, all right? You best not cheat. I'll beat
Not
you
even
up for real
not
if
even
you're cheating."
a little bit of cheating?
No, not even a little bit of cheating.
Okay.
I got me eyes on you. And she like puts her hand out and grabs his and readies herself.
All right, on 3, right?
Yeah.
Oh!
Incredible.
What?
Oh my
What?
Oh my lord!
Best 2 out of 3. Best 2 out of 3. That was a fluke. That was you're cheating. I know you're cheating.
Good God! Oh.
She's like Broomhilda's like beside herself like right now. Like how the fuck does this little shrimp dwarf druid beat me at this?
Are
This
you-
show's uneven. There's something wrong here. Let's go again. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
Are you trying to let me win just so you have an excuse to beat my ass?
Nah,
I don't want any part of that.
I wouldn't do such a thing. I'd beat you for a real reason.
You're a mad woman. You
No
you
such thing.
battered me and yelled at me and enlisted my friends against me until I did this thing, and then in a fair contest, you yell at me, accuse me of cheater. I don't understand you a little bit. I thought we were friends,
Come
Broomhilda.
on, Krafla. Come on. One more time. Let's go. 2 more times. 2 out of 3. Best 2 out of 3. That's how we did it back at the bar, me and Gunther. And that's how me and you are going to do it now.
You're off your rocker. You really are.
I'm no such thing. I don't even know what the means.
You doing okay down there, Corin?
Yep, I'm fine. Didn't even feel it.
He's fine. See?
You're starting to scare me a little bit there, Broomhilda, but I'll do it. I'll go 2 out of 3.
He's starting to sweat, like visibly sweating now. All right, let's go then.
All right. Okay.
She looks
It's a win for Broomhilda, but not
not by much.
not as solid as not as
No.
solidly as she would want.
She looks relieved, but it was like definitely a struggle. Like her mind is elsewhere at this point. Like she is concerned on where Gunther is, if she hurt his feelings, what's happening, if maybe like somehow she's losing her powers of strength and she's becoming weaker, and it's like the world is bearing down on her shoulders. She looks like she's about to crack. One more. Oh. As for all the marbles, Krafla, do you want to bet something? I mean, while we're here, we could always bet something.
I just want to get home safe.
Okay, yes, all right. That's a count of 3 then.
All right, and Krafla is going to try to deliberately throw this one.
What are these fucking rolls?
No.
Oh, no.
No.
You gotta roll your athletics, but that deception's shit.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
She's stupid, but she's not that. So,
Oh,
no. Oh! I can't have this! I can't have it! Oh, how did you beat me? You clearly cheated! Clearly! What?
Even trying to throw is
Yeah.
not even.
Honestly, the only thing that I can think of is the fact that I don't have half a dozen beers in me and didn't spend half the evening beating the shit out of other people, so maybe I'm a little fresher.
I can't. I've let myself down. I've let me guard down. Gunther's gone. At least he didn't have to see it. Christ. At least he didn't have to see it. That would have been horrible. That's so embarrassing. Crawford, let's just not talk. Let's just go. Let's go home and I don't want to talk about it any longer. I need a stiff drink.
And Krafla nods and offers Corrin a hand getting up out of his shell.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. Back to the ship.
So as with mention of Gunther, as everyone is going back to the ship, let's swing back to Gunther's point of view here.
Yeah, so Gunther exits the tavern and immediately uses the Robe of Stars to teleport to the astral plane. And I think he just sits there for a while, smiling, thinking of how much fun he's had over the course of the last 2-3 few days at this point. Starting with Uskarn and coming back here, and eventually, after a few minutes, maybe a few more than he realizes, he brings himself back to just where he teleported away from, the front of that tavern, and begins to walk the city streets of Saltmarsh. I imagine
Well acted,
at this
though.
point it's pretty late at
I've never watched
night,
the stream before. Hello.
and you've got the night sky up ahead, up above, stars twinkling, the moon out, and Gunther just retraces the city that he remembers from childhood. He walks around and around for probably hours until he finds himself on his way out of town, heading to where he remembers living with his family, with his sister, with his mother, with his father. Is that house still around, Hobby?
It is. That is where Burke. That's where Burke stayed.
Oh, there you are.
He still stayed in that same house.
I think Gunther will get there and he'll see how well maintained
Now
it's been.
you're
You know,
a
it's a little unkept.
vampire.
It's been a few weeks since Burke has been there. And he just sits down kind of on the front steps of the house.
Now you are a vampire.
No light coming from within, thinking of his family and thinking of this new group that he's found And I think he just says out loud to himself,
Now you are vampire.
"You found a really good group, Tad. I know they miss you. And I miss you too." And I think that's where Gunther stays for the night.
Good Gunther!
Oh.
Stop!
You are gonna have to break in though.
Well, yeah, for sure. Would you like me to roll?
No. The lock's not complicated, but you do. The door isn't just open.
It's a really wholesome breaking and entering, though.
It is a wholesome beanie.
I think Gunther always sweats when he pulls out his lockpicking tools. Like, can I actually do this?